Alright, there we go. Uh, Gosh, I haven't streamed in a minute. Let me, let me go post real fast before we actually go like fully live, you know what I mean? We're just gonna go over here. I'm gonna copy that link. We're gonna go like, hey, Discord, open up. We're gonna go to Hive. There you go. Gonna post that, and there we go. So, there you go. Before we start out, getting everything settled, we got a little bit of stuff to talk about. Let me set it to the live stream first, just so. Also gonna make like the face cam a little smaller on the actual live stream. But how's everyone doing? We're back at it. We're streaming. I am so tired. You guys cannot even believe it. Like, school and studying got me absolutely just destroyed. Got some caffeine and water because no one can have enough caffeine. But today we got a little bit of stuff we got to be doing. I hope everything. Yeah, so you can hear me. We got a few things we need to do. First of all, we're going to be fixing the main AI. So once we actually fix that, I think we should be all good to go with the rest of the AI. But before we do that, I do want to just do a few little announcements, right? So first things first, if you guys didn't know, on my Discord, I've completely remodeled, I guess you could say, how the supporter tier is handled. Basically now, whenever you donate, and if you're in my Discord and you send me like a receipt, or if I actually know what your Discord name is, like Ryan did in the last stream, he actually donated and I didn't say anything because I'm a little special sometimes. But you get the supporter tier for 30 days if you donate $1 or more, and that way you get access to a bunch of cool things. You actually get to let me go into my live stream so you can see what I'm looking at. You can actually look at our Millinote project. So I don't want to go too much into this because if you support us, you get to see every inch of it. I know a lot of the stuff I do on stream, but I don't show you everything. There's a lot of cool stuff on here, and it's just really cool. But with that being all said, we got a few things to do. Ooh, voice cracks too, man. I can just tell it's going to be rough. So off camera or off stream, I actually did a little bit of work myself. First of all, I set up local avoidance in RVO, which is the library that A-Star uses to do local avoidance, and it works amazing. It's actually really cool if I can just show you real fast. It works super well, and the one thing I like about this is it's a completely open source. That means I can actually go in and adjust to what I need it to do. Super great. How are you doing, Max? Glad to see you made it to the stream. But if we just turn it on, so you see the AI now smoothly runs towards you, and then they try to spread out a little bit whenever they get to their target. You can kind of see the local avoidance working in action. But once again, this isn't even the fully finished AI, since these are my test dummies. I'm just trying to get everything to work right now. But you see, before they all used to don't worry about those errors. They all used to kind of gather up right here, but now you see they actually do not overlap. They try to keep outside of their radius. I made the radius a bit bigger, which could have some problems with pathfinding. But I think this is going to be actually overall much better than what we had before. With that being said, today's going to be a bit of a bug fixing stream. Not everything can be a banger stream, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we're going to fix that, and I appreciate that we worked so hard on making sure everything was smooth, and that's something I spent like an hour or two just working on my off time, was making sure all the AI felt extremely smooth with the new pathfinding. And the best part about this is that I didn't even have to program it. Now you might think like, you didn't program it, so you didn't make the system, but hold up, like every system I make has issues with it that I end up spending so long on fixing. Why not use a system made by the developer from A-Star that handles everything I need to, but better? So I don't see the point of reinventing the wheel. Of course, I know how everything works. I went through and made sure I understood everything. But it just makes it a lot easier to understand everything. But with that being said, let's just hop right into actually fixing this orc. Basically, there's kind of a big issue with this orc. What we don't see is that him detecting. I hate that it has that issue. Basically, he doesn't understand that there's shoot, where is it? Where'd it go? There's the width and distance doesn't work how it should, and that's a problem. So that's what we're going to be working on today, and understanding why this isn't actually working like it should. So all this should really do is this stuff right here. We don't want it to do character bones, and all we want it to do really is honestly, we're gonna yoink it, or actually we don't have to yoink it. We can just 1. That's the only value we needed. So if this works, I'm gonna be surprised, and we're gonna actually have some other fun stuff planned for the stream. But I'm not thinking this is gonna work, because when does it ever work on the first try? So line of sight, target, proximity, offset is 1, debug rate, I do want to turn that on. Now, if we just open up the behavior designer, once we enter this big range and we're in sight, he should start chasing us. Yeah, I love behavior designer. It is so beautiful. And all we need to add that's kind of new is this RVO controller. And once again, it's nice and easy. I don't think we actually had it on before. And what did I change? I changed the quality to high on the raycast, just so the smoothing's a bit better. Oh, Panda behavior designer. I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly. I might have to go check that out. It might be a good free alternative. But behavior designer, I was really lucky that we were able to get it so early on in development. When I say early on, I mean a year in. So, you know, it could have been earlier, but yeah. You see, this is kind of the issue right now, is that he's like, I don't see you. I'm like, why don't you see me? He doesn't even debug anything. And are you using A-star PP? You might have to remind me what A-star PP is. But do we want to ignore the enemies as well? It's just like not debugging anything. Is there some type of... Interesting. There's a few errors that might be causing this issue. Input position is not valid. That's interesting. It's also, you can tell it's not refreshing for some reason. I wonder why it's like, oh, well now it is. It's trying to call it, but it's not having any luck. It's not even debugging anything. We have the player set. What if we set the... Okay, you see, now that's a small issue. And he's just trying to like really get up close to me. A-star pathfinding part. Yeah, that's the one I'm using. I'm using the pro version. And that was thanks to our awesome, the sponsor we recently got and all of our Patreon supporters. So I really appreciate that. Alright, so basically what we kind of noticed is that target object is never actually being called. Or it's never being set. If transform, and what's transform? Transform, guessing that's just this transform. If overlap cast. Where's target object dot value? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run some debugs. First, we're going to do a debug.log, and we're just going to see what the target object is. What is this value? And If this is constantly being called, then we understand something down here is causing this issue. Line of sight. If hit transform. Did not mean to press on that, but we might actually have some luck and it might just be like hitting, like the line of sight might be just hitting something it shouldn't be, which probably it is. But yeah. How's everyone in chat doing, by the way? It's been a few days since the last stream. I was going to stream on Sunday, but not going to lie, I like fell asleep and didn't wake up until I had to run some errands. So, yeah. Still a great asset, though. Yeah, honestly, it takes a second to get it used to. Okay, so that's being called. Is it literally just not wanting to work because of line of sight? No. Ooh, that's interesting, Acadia. I would love to see some more screenshots in our feedback channel. I wonder what's not letting it... So we have a target. We have the player, right? So where is it going wrong? So we're calling that... Is object set to null? I wonder if it's not even calling anything. Or actually, I'm going to do some better debug outlines. Has transforms or there are objects in the list. Which then we do an overlap cast. Okay, so if it's not empty, this shouldn't even be being called. Okay. So, direction. We get the direction, right? If the square magnitude is less than that, if line of sight. Debug.log. The object is within distance, no line of sight. And then in here we want to do with line of sight. I thought I would pop in the stream for 5 minutes and then go to sleep. Honestly, I gotta choose a better time to stream because I realized a lot of you guys was you guys are located in different time zones, because time zones are a thing. Behavior designer, it's basically like it's this tool right here. I love it. It basically allows you to create AI visually. And since, you know, it allows you to create visually, it's a lot easier. It basically, I'm not good at explaining things, but into this game, bro. But matter of respect for another. Thank you so much. I know a lot of people, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but you got to respect the other Unity devs. Anyways, back to what Behavior Designer was. Behavior Designer is basically like a visual way to create AI. So going back in here, we have a few debugs set, right? We check, it has that. Of course, we can always just attach this to Unity and do a few breaks and stuff, but I just feel like that's just so much worse. It's not. It's actually much better. What am I talking about? I just don't like it as much. That's what I should say. I'm actually going to bring the mic closer. Okay, so... So it has transforms or there are objects in the list. When will the game be available for wishlist? I'm hoping in phase 3 we're gonna get this up on Steam. Early phase 3, we're gonna get this up on Steam so you guys can actually wishlist it. Hey, just passing by. I have a quick question. Can I ask it? Absolutely, King Mask. But it's not hitting these debugs, so I wonder why. What other failure can it hit? No objects are in distance. I wonder why. feel like it should hit it though. Okay. All right, Max. I hope you have a great night. Get some good sleep. I wish I could, but I got a lot of stuff I got to get done today, and this is just part of it. Is drinking before drive test good? Because I plan on doing it. Legally, I have to, just to cover all my bases, say that is not a good idea. Here in the U.S., you gotta be 21. I'm not sure if you're in Europe, but you gotta just say I'm gonna hit him with a straight no right there. So now let's see why this is not working. So we're gonna go over here. Not a good idea in USA. Oh, that's not what I said. That is not what I said. That is no. Honestly, the driving test, when I passed it, it was not that difficult. But yeah. Within distance. I just want to know why this doesn't this doesn't want to work, you know. I also had a question. Do you guys like the that day in the life type of video style? I was thinking of doing kind of going more and getting, instead of just using generic B-roll footage, finding it online, I was thinking of maybe, recording some stuff in my day-to-day life, make it more vloggy and more personal. I feel like that could be really interesting. What do you guys think about that? And to your question, King Mask, hold up. Okay, so they're not even getting into this. Interesting. Check each object. Let me do a debug.log objects.count. Or actually, I should just see what the objects.i.name is. The game is going well. Just got a lot of bugs to fix before release, but we're getting there slowly, boys. I gotta get some better lighting in here because from what I can see, my face looks like I'm dying, but I'm really not. And it's mostly, does this help? Kinda. It's just like the blue screen. There's no new UI, but there's nothing in the list. So debug.log added, and then we're gonna plus I don't want to get my mic to DC, so I'm gonna move it over there. This is why I need that boom mic. It's gonna help a lot. Added, let's see, we're gonna do target object.value. Does it add this to the list at least? Let's just go through this code and see what it does. So on start should just be called every time the behavior is called. Now I wonder if I messed with something in the actual behavior tree window that it's not working. I'm gonna move my water a bit closer. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome. Oh, you have to make an extension class or some node behavior to create your own node. Yeah, you do. That's the one thing, is like there's a bunch of classes you gotta inherit from to make your own node. It's clean, but now I wonder. Hold up. Is this why it wasn't working. Oh my gosh. Oh my head, dude. Oh my gosh. Is this really? I doubt this is the reasoning for it, but C distance is like 15, engage distance is like 30. Or no, engage distance is like, I forgot what it was gonna be. I know it's in this behavior designer though. Or it's not. Why did everything get reset? Swing distance is 2, number of attacks, chase speed is 1. Well, I wish you best of luck. I will go hit the good old Jack Daniels. Bye. Alright, King Masks. Hope you enjoy. Don't do too many stupid things. I wonder why engage distance isn't working. Let's just do 15 for now. Probably because there isn't an actual thing that needs. A lot of the uni packs I have do not work with Uni's prefab system. Yeah, that's something I realize. Kind of why I hate Uni's prefabs. But let's just see if this works. I'm going to be quite disappointed if this was like the reason it didn't work. So. Nope, still the same issue. I wonder why that's happening though. It shouldn't be it. Behavior design is just not running it now, is it? Not even saying that it's like working. Interesting. Let me what is the enter condition for that tree? Honestly, basically all it needs is this target variable right here. Other than that, I mean, I guess we can make it ignore water and UI and like that and like post-processing. Yeah, it should just be an on enable. That's the thing. It's just being so weird. Let's see. I wonder if it might be if objects is null, then find all of the objects using the layer mask or tag. Interesting why this isn't working. Weird part is it should all be working. Not sure why it's not. I've had this issue in the past before. I just kind of messed with it until it worked. Still 0. Is it even getting... huh. Yeah, it should be just returning a target. That's interesting. You see, it's not even calling that. Okay. So, what I might be thinking is that Unity kind of broke. So, let's go on that BRB screen real fast. Let me restart Unity. This is so weird. The weirdest part is that it works with the new AI, but it doesn't work with the previously made AI. And I wonder if that's just a I wonder if that's causing the issue. So maybe do I have to like I've had this issue in the past where I just had to remake the entire behavior tree and just copy and paste everything over. But that would be such a pain. So while we wait for Unity to get all back, we're gonna have to figure out why within distance isn't being called. So that's the last thing we got to do to implement a start, and once we get that in, we can start probably getting the dweller orc in. I'm really excited to get him in. So, warrior orc, you want to work for me today? All those variables are set. Start when enabled, pause when disabled, restart when complete, reset values on restart. Also wonder, yeah, see, so it's like being really weird. Gonna work. Good luck with your project. I posted some short clips of my game and hashtag feedback. Alright, I'll check them out after the stream. I am super excited. But we're gonna get this figured out. So, the one interesting thing we can do is like you go over to this dude, right? You're like, hey, start, and he's moving, but he shouldn't be moving. I wonder why that's happening. He's not even rotating anymore. Hold up, what is going on? Why is this like all buggy now? What? What did I do? So we might have to do some work to make sure it all works properly. But honestly, if it really is, if it comes down to it and it's just redoing the behavior tree, I'm not gonna have an issue with that. But it's kind of annoying that this constantly happens, you know? Yeah, so I guess it was just weird. What if you like grab these 3 people and you like disable them, you run away, and then you enable them? They like don't want to rotate. I wonder why they don't want to rotate. That's kind of odd. That's a problem for another day. What we gotta figure out, game development do be hard. It really do be hard though. Like I'm not even playing, like this stuff is just not that fun. So we're gonna open him up. We're gonna open actually the entire thing, and we're gonna just, we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna go to new. I wonder if by just taking out the all of that stuff, I wonder if we can go to UI, canvas, alert. They are appearing. I am so sorry. I'm just trying to get this all fixed up. So all of that's set up. It's not using an external behavior anymore, which might help a little bit. But I wonder what's the issue? Okay, so he has a target. It's being so weird. What if we just turn everything off other than the... Because if we go right here, turn that off, and then go like player. Boom, he works. It's like not detecting that, it's not adding this, so. Do we ever get that error message pop up? Added player. Okay. But then we're also getting the same. Wait, this was like after we switched this. Just got here. What's been worked on? Welcome, Ryan. Right now we're just trying to fix the within distance. It's being so weird. So you know what? Like, worst comes to worst, we can always just go to. This is what I like calling the doing it half-assed, but let's go to behavior trees, and we do have this orc, right? So we go to the warrior orc, and we go down here, and we're just like, hey, I don't want you anymore. I don't want you anymore. Oh my god, there's quite a bit. So we still have all of this basic stuff, right? But we're gonna just get a basic sequence, right? And then from the sequence, we're gonna do a within distance check, right? And this is like super easy stuff, right? So all we need is we're gonna need a new variable. He's going to be a type of game object. We're going to call him target. With this target, that's all we want to do right there. Ignore, set that to 1. And that's really, we're gonna log something if we get it right? We're gonna go like, we did it, or something, right? So we're gonna log in. We're not gonna log an error, but basically, now that we save that. Wait, hold up. Why is he being like this? Okay, so it's like they have 2 different warrior orcs. I don't want to delete them, but we're gonna have to. Don't worry, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be like the simplest thing to fix, isn't it? It's gonna be a pain in my ass. Prefabs. No, we want to go to enemy. New warrior orc. We're gonna drag him out right here. Okay, so now he's just a super simple orc. All we gotta do is attach the player to it. And now with all of this, if this works, I'm going to be so confused why it works. So we're going to also be debugging at the same time. We're like, hey, we got him. How are we going to be adding and also removing him? Oh, now it wants to work. Now it wants to work. Okay. So then we run back in here. And number and list is still 0. But okay, so let's pause this. So let's just understand. So it's like, hey, the first thing you should probably check is like this right here. Then you add him. We're like, hey, we got one. What's his name? And the object is within distance with line of sight. Okay, so that works. That all works. But now I wonder why the rest of this stuff doesn't work. Am I getting his root somewhere? Because I swear I like somewhere like return, no, like the target object, right? Let's open the prefab. using external, and let's do just the normal orc. I wonder if it's something with this just not working properly. Then we got a target object. Target object, target object. I just want to see if returned. Okay, well that's fair. All of this is normal, so going back in here. Why doesn't this work? That should be. What if it's literally nothing with ignore raycast? What if like that's been the issue the entire time? We also don't have any of the values set up, but that sounds like a future 5-second me problem. Oh gosh, I really hope we can fix this because I don't want to spend more time on AI right now. Chase speed 1, proximity distance is going to be 15, engage distance is going to be 30, C distance is 15, and nope. Or, yeah, what the hell is going on? Oh, you guys like that? A little effect? I added that way back in the day. I never added it into a devlog just because it was never interesting to talk about. But I guess it always 15 engage distances. Oh wait, proximity should be 30. Engage is going to be 15. See, sight distance is also 15. Detection bar, quite easy. Just that. Okay, so for some reason in my head, this should be working. Is that just me? Quite the interesting problem we have, don't we? Oh! Alright, I guess you just want to work now. I guess he just wants to work now. I absolutely did nothing. Alright. Cool. Now. Animated. Why isn't he running towards me? He's trying to seek. Chase speed is... Okay, that's only being called once. Object's reference not set to an instance of an object is speed dot value. Speed dot value is a value of chase speed. Set it to 1. Alright, we're gonna run away. By mere mortals, for real though, what the heck? Do you want to run for me? Are you wanting to run for me? Oh wait, we don't have... Duh. We don't have any of the cool little stuff we did earlier. So, cute little issue we had. Have no idea how I fixed it, nor why it worked, honestly. But let's just take a minute, boys. Let's just thank the programming gods that basically we did this equivalent of just turning it off and on again. I have no idea how that worked. But anyways, let's get back to game dev, boys. Hey girls, whoever's watching, no discrimination here. So we're gonna paste that RVO controller. I wonder if like one of these are the issues. So then we're gonna copy this. And we're gonna paste it in here as well. Then, hey, if this is the issue, then at least we know this is the issue, because then it's gonna be so much easier to debug. And then, what did I just add? I added the raycast modifier. I have the seeker already in. Oh, I need the mechanism bridge. And we're gonna just remove that component. Mechanism bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we're okay. We're all good now. We're good. All of that is set properly. If this doesn't work, we know the issue. If it does work, then I am very thoroughly confused on why it worked, basically. So. Okay, and I guess. Why aren't you running to me? Oh, he's trying to strafe. Problem is, you're not going to be able to strafe. Just in the back. You should have some music for your stream, K-Dog. Listen here. I did have music. In my first 2 live streams, I've had a playlist playing in the background. A small little issue came with that is I woke up to YouTube sending me a cute little good morning email at 5 a.m. saying that basically like 7 copyright claims have been put on my live stream because of the music. And I'm like, alright, well that's fine, they're claims. But then I woke up the next day after streaming again, I found a different playlist and they're like, here's 7 more. And I just don't want to deal with that, really. It takes a while to get all of them removed because I got to cut out sections of the video and the stream so they don't make sense. And it's just really weird. Even though it's like 3, 5, 6 minute clips, if there's 7 of them, that's already like a third of the live stream is just cut out. So I love the idea. If we can find somewhere somehow to get some music in here. Yeah, they were DMCA free, copyright free. So I've used. The problem is I've used these same tracks in my devlogs and no issues. And I think a lot of it has to do maybe with how I don't really give credit to the artist and they get they auto claim it because of that. So I'll do some more research. I really liked having music because right now it's like if I just be quiet, it's just really awkward. So back to this. We're gonna have a few more things we gotta fix. First of all, attempt attack. Set attackers random probability. We're gonna need we're gonna need this seek. We're gonna like, hey, we need the jump attack, right? We're gonna have to chase the arrive distance. Sadly, there's not an arrive distance on here. So what we're gonna have to do is do a bit of our own stuff. So public shared float, and we're gonna do just arrive distance equals like 10f to I think playing music from sources other than YouTube helps a lot, but I'm not entirely sure. I played it off Spotify because that's where most of my DMCA stuff comes from. DMCA free. The arrive distance from target. And then on start, you want to do agent dot we're actually gonna have to go to the A-star AI and figure out how far. Nah, you're good. Nah, explore, imagination, define, creativity. Okay, something we're gonna actually have to do is add like a arrive distance modifier or something, just so I can, because each you want to seek and it's not always the same distance away, so we're gonna have to figure that out. But hopefully Unity didn't just crash on me. That would be very nice, but hopefully not. We're using the AI path 2D, and we have an end reach distance. I wonder where that is being held. That end reach. Pay $5 and $5 to have some guy make you the background music. That way you own it. Hold up, you might be onto something. Like, if I can't find music, I might as well just like pay someone to make me music. Let's see. Where's this being called? 0.2. That's an AI path. And that, I'm calling A star path, right? No, A star movement is AI star path. Okay, so this is calling that. However, we might need the AI path. Does AI base not have like a certain distance away? Because if it doesn't, that's kind of gonna suck. So what we're gonna actually have to end up doing, right, is like, you see, but this, I swear AI path calls AI in the interface, right? So what we could do right now, just for a quick fix, we can always do AI path, and this could be just call it AI path, I guess, and then AI path is equal to game object dot get component AI path, and that's it. And then all we need is to do AI path dot reached, and reach distance is equal to arrive distance dot value. And this way we can always modify how far we want the actual object to move towards. And it's always just nice to have this ability to set the... And sadly, this wouldn't work on like a nav mesh or anything, since this is kind of hard-coded. And I'm going to actually put a note right here. Hard-coded to access the end reached distance on the AI path. This wouldn't work for any other controllers at the moment. Let's just make it a tip. Alright, so with this being kind of set up like that, but I definitely do want to add music. If you guys have any suggestions, plop it down in my Discord down below. You know, join it if you haven't already. We have a pretty awesome community. And honestly, this clip on the Discord looking cool from Acania. So that's pretty nice. Anyways, back to this. So now we have the arrive distance is going to be 3, and do we really need anything else other than that? I don't believe so. So with that being removed, we can just plop that in now. And basically we got to just do this with every single one. So what's the arrive distance is going to be the swing distance. Swing distance. And all of this is going to be... Can you turn up your mic a little bit? Absolutely, I can. I didn't... I'm actually kind of getting to the max right now. I can move it closer, but it's going to get really loud, and right now I can't since I'm, programming away. Also, there might be an interesting thing that we can turn off called slow down distance. I wonder how slow down distance is calculated. Does it take the end reach distance, add 0.6 to that, and then say like the slow down distance is 4.6? That might be something we need to look into. But for now, we just don't have time. This is... The walk speed's going to be wander speed. That's kind of lame if he just kind of walks... Or, wait, no, that's the walk speed. Okay, so I think that we're good here as well. And then all we got to do is copy that. And seek distance is also swing distance, so cool, we can just replace that. And now with that done, we got all the perform attack stuff done. We don't do any other things to that. The strafing doesn't work right now. Let's open up the script. Let's figure out why. Welcome to the stream if you are new. Appreciate you coming in and tuning in. Basically, this is gonna be a whole thing on its own, right? What I gotta do for strafing is completely rewrite this logic to use pathfinding instead. And that's a little bit more complicated since we're going to have to write a path and move him to the left or right. It's really annoying, but it might just work. So, what we're really going to have to do, we can just turn everything, close all but this, right? It's going to be a bit more difficult. So right now, all I'm literally doing is like, I have an animation that moves him to the left or to the right. Like sideways, he walks sideways, and all I do is like, hey, walk to the left. And this doesn't take into account buildings, it doesn't take account into anything. So it's really super simple, and it worked for quite a bit, but it doesn't really work the best. So this is deprecated. I don't think I spelled that right. Oh, spell check didn't mix me up. And we're gonna have something new. So we're gonna let's just set this up. New strafe system. Basically, we're gonna randomly choose to walk to the left or right, you know, and then once we like, hey, we wanna, once we got a position or a direction, start pathfinding X units away. This way, we want to use the pathfinding system so RVO and local avoidance can all kick in, and that way it's actually going to look a bit better. And then just apply the correct X movement. So we don't want him to like rotate towards that and start walking. So this might have to be left to the next stream, or I might do this off camera. But the whole strafe thing is gonna just have to be redone, which kind of sucks because I've redone it so many times. But it's gonna work so much better. So that's also something we gotta do. So can I not write in here? Why can't? Am I like holding control or something? Because my keyboard does have it. Yeah, there you go. No clue why. Still. Add pathfinding. I'm also not coughing because oh, okay. I'm not coughing because I'm sick. I actually am just really dry throat. So, add pathfinding to the strafe behavior. Okay, so as we keep going along, we kind of notice there's a bit more issues that keep running in, but that's not a problem necessarily. Root motion wander, that's also going to need to be adjusted. We can turn all of that back. And I think there's actually, if we go into actions, movement, A star, and there's actually a wander already done for us. Like, just imagine how beautiful that is. So arrive distance, I'm not sure, like make it 5 or no, like 4, I don't know. Minimum wander distance, max, the wander rate's 2, 1 to 3 second, target retry. So we get a bit more stuff with this, but there's gonna also need some reworking to be done here as well. So let's go into here, apply the new wander logic to the A star wandering script behavior. What I mean by this is basically with this, I have a wander type, and honestly, it's just gonna be copying and pasting a lot of code. But basically we have like the center point stuff, and all of this is going to be used specifically for getting a destination. So we might actually just do that. We might as well just start on that now since it's not going to take too much time. What we want to do is we want to go in here, and you see all this code, yoink it. As someone once said, don't retype. Less strokes, better code. That's for coding, by the way. Anyways, this is gonna be just let's keep it organized. Zoops edition. This is for spawner wander. I guess you can call it that. Not a very good name for it, but it do be like that sometimes. So basically, this is for when the AI spawn in camps. I use a really kind of intuitive system that whenever they spawn, they get applied to that camp. They hold that reference, and we have a bunch of these like spheres and stuff to make up the spawning locations, and they use that in order to get the destination, so they can never wander outside the camp. And it's a pretty cool fix. It didn't take me too much time to understand how that all worked, and I'm quite happy with the results. So we're gonna add that as well. All we gotta do whenever we start is this right here. So on start, you just add that. We're gonna do the strafe next time just because. And this, so on update, or try set target, this is probably the better place to do it. We're gonna do this. So basically transform dot position. Instead of doing all of this, we basically just want to copy that. So yeah, if I'm right, we just want to do this. And then we can just set this to a vector 3.0 for now. Else you want to get the position, which is completely different. So geez, I'm having trouble. My water's running out. And the rest of this is nothing that I need to do. So thankfully, I think that's all we really needed to do. I can't really test it if it works or not. I mean, I could, but why would I? So without testing it, let's see how this works. I do want to do, I kind of want to put a header here as well. Header. Stay hydrated. Absolutely. Especially when you just talk to a computer for like an hour and a half a day. It starts taking a toll on you. So in this header, we're just going to do spawner settings. I got to think of a better name for that, but it's going to be alright. It's going to be okay. Everything's just going to be okay. And just for my sake, we're going to right here is like all the stuff I did. Got tips for making games like this, making one similar myself. Don't give up. Do not give up. You see, I went through a lot of phases of almost giving up on Windshire. Still do, honestly. And that doesn't come from a point of me being burnt out. I mean, I guess it could come from a part of that where I'm just like wanting to get the game done, and I don't really want to start on something new necessarily. Just kind of finally let you guys play it. But you gotta just stay motivated, and honestly, not even just motivated, more disciplined. You just gotta get down and not have a 0% day. That doesn't always mean getting it onto the Unity engine and typing up some code. For me, at least, that's like editing a video. What do you call it? Just updating our community on stuff and just getting all of that stuff out. So there we go. We got all of that situated, and just have a clear mind. The one thing I've realized is that I did not plan out this game too well, and the hook is kind of hard to understand, and we're still implementing it, which is, I would say, the worst part. Is you got to get the hook in as soon as possible. But with that being said, do not give up. That's literally the biggest tip. So, he's not running towards me. Why? He's trying to, but he's not. And all of that stuff is in, so why is he not running towards me? You can't set to attackers. Why did that fail? Ryan, I wish you were there when I just started this project. Even though people told me, you gotta plan your bigger games. You gotta plan it. I'm like one of those people where, like, you go hang out with friends and you guys usually have a plan. But I usually come there and we figure out what we're gonna do like 2 minutes before we do it. And that's how I... Gosh, you guys really should be getting tips from me. But I'm that type of person where I just love being spontaneous. And that doesn't work on a big project. So you gotta always plan. We have added, we're attempting to switch orcs to attackers. The beauties of game design. I love how I named the stream Game Dev is so hard. Why is that? There you go. But I love how I named it Game Dev is so hard, and then I'm struggling. But it's okay, it's okay. We're gonna figure this out. What do we need this to do? We need this to stop outputting every 2 seconds. Like I used it and now I don't need it, so but yeah. He should just be running towards me. I don't understand why he doesn't want to run towards me. I feel like with such a simpler script, it is so much easier to understand why stuff doesn't work. It is 5:30 though, and hopefully I didn't miss. Hopefully I'm not gonna leave half done. While game dev is tough, it's so satisfying. Honestly, that's so true. I love game dev for it being tedious, because once you get it to work, oh, does it work? And adding a weapon in my game is the most tedious thing, because I just didn't plan anything for it, and it was the first thing I implemented. Oh, that is awful, dude. I'm so sorry. That's why I've rewritten a ton of my scripts. So I'm assuming... Why does it not want to run to me? Or let's get to the AI path. End reach distance is like 10. Is it just like because it reached the end of the path? Why do you want to be a pain? Why is this not being called false? Oh, and it... And it's like trying to debug, but it's like also not debugging. It shouldn't be called false. Why are you false? Why are you just false? Oh, this is such a pain. Might have to rewrite how I do this AI. This is going to be a pain. So basically, since that's false, this used to never be an issue. Sips tea. Oh gosh. Don't get me started. It has a target move towards there. Why are you doing this? Of course, whenever I remove everything to this, it just like, no, I don't want to work. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. So, let me think. Why would within distance even be false? Like, I guess we can't really check off why that's false. Can move, can search. Why do you want to do this? Like, why does he want to just hurt me? Like, you're supposed to run after me. What is it trying to do? Oh, it was true, so, okay. Alright. You want to play like this? You want to do this? Okay, so you run up to engage distance. Engage distance is 15. Let's make it, I don't know, 7. Seems like a nice alternative. I want it to be violet. That's all I want it to be. Oh, gosh. Alright. If this works, we might have to end off the stream on an L, boys. What? Now, there's no way that can be false. Something's gotta be failing it out. You know what? I'm gonna first of all remove any errors, right? It's getting heated here. It just doesn't like to work. So, there should be like absolutely no reason this is failing out. Like, literally all this does, right, is alright, so calls Captain Conrad. I wish. So we switch it to attackers if it contains the key already. That's never been an issue though. Seek is engage distance. Engage distance is 7. Let's make this 2. Then, okay. Let's see if this all works. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to call it a day. Maybe. Alright. Why is this false? Okay, I'm gonna bring. I know you guys won't be able to see it, but I'm gonna bring it out onto my other monitor just so I can keep eyes on this. So we run away, and boom! Now we're not within the distance. He's just wandering around, right? He's just trying to wander. Also, I want to check his animator. You see how he has like a 0.15? That's making him walk really weirdly. I kind of want to fix that, but can we actually see his path? If he doesn't walk again, ooh, he's gonna get it. Oh, he's walking. He's trying to. Oh, there we... Is he, like, actually walking, or am I just on something? Okay, so... Where is he even trying to walk to, though? That's my question. Is like, what is your plans? Oh, for some reason he's not looking for... See how he's just like walking around really odd? We gotta fix that. For some reason he's doing this. He's like very... He's like really jittery for some reason. I wonder if that's due to the RVO? No. AI path? Yeah. I wonder why he's walking like that. Is it because of the raycast modifier? Main gizmo that shows the calculated path to debug. That would be... It should already have that, though. That's what A-Star does. It's just not showing the path. Alright, honestly, this is starting to be really, really annoying. So, there's like no errors that pop out, right? Okay, so another thing I want to check is like running back into it. Does within distance just break? Yep, it breaks. This is so fun. What about turning him off and on again? That doesn't do anything. Alright, then we run away. It just like fails out, and this is what it looks like. It's not running anything, it's not doing anything. It might have gotten stuck on this one, so. Okay, so now it's wandering. Let's go. I can barely see him. Oh, this is just so fun. Okay, FOV and then nothing. That's interesting. Alright, boys, but with all these L's, I think it's a good time to start taking a break. Just to, you know, clear my mind. We got a lot of issues to fix with this AI. Honestly, off camera, I might try to fix them by just creating a completely brand new warrior orc. I'm not sure if that would fix much, but I mean, instead of starting out just trying to replace stuff with warrior orcs, I'll be able to just like strictly work with the A-Star and not worry about like half implementations with nav mesh. But with that all being said, I do want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Hit that like button if you haven't, and subscribe if you want to continue watching these streams. But I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye.